Okay, I think my cold is finally done, although I do have some damaged hands, and I'll explain that right now. I turned off my lights at 10 p.m. I listened to the Weekly Planet podcast for an hour, and at 11 o'clock I still couldn't sleep, so I listened to Smart Passive Income podcast for an hour. The guy was turning 35, gave 35 tips that he's learned for living. Then at midnight I still couldn't sleep, and I realized I could go, "Hey Siri, can you turn on the Smart Passive Income podcast?" So that's how I did that one. And then I think I was trying other podcasts. Eventually I fell asleep, but at some point I woke up. I should mention that yesterday, I think during the day, I was having very intense dreams about my most recent ex, Jen. It's like, she's really burrowed into my brain. And then, so then last night I was dreaming about Beth, my girlfriend from third year university, and she had this sort of, you know what, I was probably thinking about it because while I was falling asleep, I was thinking about that Tom Cruise movie Oblivion where he flies this little white ship. So she had a little white helicopter that you pedaled with your feet, and I took it to fly off by myself, and I was dodging telephone poles and stuff. And then I was hanging out with my friend Steve for a bit, and I'm like, "Steve, I've got something in my arm." And he's like, "Oh yeah, there's some kind of, I don't know, it was a thing in it." And he's trying to dig it out, and he's like, "You should go to the doctor." I tried squeezing it out of my hand for a while, and then I woke up and I realized, my hand actually really hurts. That's why I'm dreaming about that. And it was just like, my skin was burned between my hand, and I also had a cut on my finger. And I started digging through my man bag, which was beside my bed, trying to find the vitamin E first aid cream I always have, but I couldn't find it. So then I took my medicine bag from the closet, and I dumped it out here looking for some kind of cream, and I found some. Where is it? Oh, it's in the bathroom. So I found a couple of prescription creams for various ailments I've had over the years, and I put that all over my hand, and then I put Band-Aids on my hand too, just to stop the pain. And then that was okay. I was able to fall asleep. I woke up around 8:30, and I'm like, how much sleep did I get? And so I was just in bed for like 3 hours chatting and texting with Jody and watching videos. But now I'm finally up. Yay! So yeah, the condo is a bit of a disaster, and I have the crayons and the pencil crayons left over still out from when I drew the card for the speed dating. Oh, and I do have to show you, there's my speed dating gift. There's also this little hat. This is a little children's hat. I found it when I walked Kathleen to the grocery store. It was just on the ground of the grocery store, and we thought, I picked it up, and then I'm like, well, I guess we should leave it here in case somebody comes to find it. And I showed it to the guy who was handing out Dorito samples, and I was like, maybe you could hand it in, and then I put it back, and then I was like, he's not doing anything with it. So I was going to take it to the Lost and Found, but then when I got home, I found it in my pocket. So I don't know. Who wants it? It's from Baby Gap for 12 to 18 months. Maybe I should wear it. Might go nicely with my Ernie hat. Like I could switch up. Is it about the right size? Okay. Oh, and I have all my guitar picks and guitar-related things on the ground because I did have them in a little black box. It was the black box that my microphone came in, and I took that to the speed dating, so I thought maybe I'll put my present in that. Is that tomato sauce from my chili? Ugh. I also have a scar here. Look at that. I don't know what that's from. It's like Harrison Ford's scar. Did somebody attack me when I was a kid? Anyways, what was I talking about? Oh, the box. Yeah, so I thought I was going to put the gift in it. And then I realized, hey, I can slip the chocolate bar right inside the card. And I didn't want to put it in a box, and then that would seem deceiving because people would be like, oh, it's a big present. But then it would just be something small in the box. And then I didn't want to walk into the speed dating because I thought, oh my God, I'll look like a loser with this cardboard box. And so I just put it in recycling on my way to speed dating. But when I got there, I realized this is totally casual. I could have kept my box with me, and then I could have put my music stuff back in it. So now the stuff's on the floor. What am I going to put it in? Oh. All right, Kathleen messaged me, and she's like, oh my gosh, what's wrong with your vlogs? They're like out of sequence. And I'm like, what? Maybe it's Facebook importing it weird. And I told her to check Instagram. She's like, yeah, it's in the right order there. So if you're watching this on Facebook, it's messing up the order. Go check it out on Instagram or wait till I upload it. What? Oh man, I just got a message from eBoss saying don't tag the Directors Guild because the event was over a month ago. Well, I mean, whatever. I'm just doing them a favor. It's promoting their show. It took me a while to upload the videos, but fine, I don't care. Anyways, I did a nasal cleanse, and I'm still sneezing, so I think I'm going to, it might be because of the nasal cleanse, but I feel still a bit sick, so I'm going to get some cold medicine. And actually, Kathleen's walking to the mall to buy presents, so I guess I'll walk with her to get some fresh air. Alright, Ernie here with Kathleen. She's having a bad hair day, so she's leaving her hat on. I'm having a no-hair day. Anyways, you get the joke. She's buying presents for her sister. I'm tagging along. I have no idea what's going on. I've never even heard of this store, but it's pretty jewelry. Somebody should buy me like a friendship bracelet. I'd look so pretty in that. Okay, look at this girl. Hints by Victoria. She's a content creator. I want to be a content creator. I could wear the lovely bangles and I could pose like this. Be like Josh. Okay, I gotta make this happen. That's the commercial I auditioned for. I guess I didn't get it. That's frustrating. I was funnier. Well, a woman walked past, an Apple Store employee walked past in the Apple Store, and she was like, "Oh, I really like your cap. I really like it." I'm like, "Thank you." So, picking up the ladies. Oh, no, I'm not. Guess what came from Amazon? The webcam I ordered. So now I can start doing my interviews. And they'll look sharp. Now, the one thing I was doing at the Apple Store was asking about an adapter so that I can plug the modem into my computer. My internet has been fine. It's okay. I don't know. I overthink things. Like I read that, like if you're doing live streaming, you should plug the computer into your modem. And it doesn't go right into my modem. I need a $35 adapter. And I'm like, is that even worth it? I don't know. Oh man, I just opened my drawer beside my bed. That's the cream I wanted for my hand. Well, good to know. Well, I posted the question in the Facebook group for the Ecamm Live beta software. That's what I use for my live broadcasts. And I said, does anybody actually plug their computer into their modem? And 2 people said, yeah, it works better. Nuts. So I guess I should buy that little adapter. And I checked on the laptop in the Apple Store, and it doesn't look like it's cheaper anywhere, like on Amazon or anything. So I guess I'll have to go back to the store tomorrow. Well, it's an excuse to go for a walk, I guess. And I also need an easel. If I get that adapter and an easel, oh my god, I will be so set up to do my interviews. It's funny, I've noticed a bunch of stuff that I would buy now if I had money. Like when I had a job and I had lots of money, there was nothing I wanted to buy. But now I know I would buy Bluetooth speakers so that I can listen to my iPhone and watch videos in the kitchen and actually hear things. I would buy a Nest automatic thermostat that gets to know you and can adjust at certain times, because the one I have right now I have to adjust it all the time before bed, and then it's too cold in the morning and it's too hot at night. It's the whole bleh. I would buy an iPhone watch because I wouldn't have to keep checking my phone. I could just look at my watch to see if I got a text from my sweet girlfriend, which I don't have. But oh yeah, speaking of girlfriends, wait, I had a thought on that. Actually, I guess I have no thought on that. But I still have to tell you about the speed dating. I was telling Kathleen on the walk back about it. I guess maybe I should have gone live on my phone, and then you guys could have joined the conversation, because I didn't want to do the little clips of the Instagram story, and that would have saved time. I could have just broadcast the whole story, and I wouldn't have to tell it again. Oh well. I guess I'll have to just tell it again. The things I do for you. Oh, I know something I want to tell you. I probably shouldn't talk about this, but remember that little, I won't even say their name, but the website that sent me to do the interviews, and they just said, maybe you shouldn't be tagging the Directors Guild, they might get annoyed. I probably should have just said, thank you, but I got pissed off, and I started arguing. I'm like, well, what do you mean? I'm just trying to help promote them, and then they started saying, well, it's our footage because we paid to send you there, and you're just you should only be posting officially edited stuff by us. And I was like, just really upset because it takes me so long. I mean, it took me a lot of work to film those videos, but it's been taking me a while to edit them and color correct and adjust the sound and post them. And I thought I was helping. I was making sure I tagged everyone to help promote them. And I was saying, I said I'm doing it to promote them. And then they were like, well, you're not doing it to promote them. The event was a month ago. And I'm like, why does it matter what expired? Like, and I'm like, and I'm like, I couldn't have been promoting them before the event, because they were like, it's, you would have been promoting them before the event. And I'm like, no, I couldn't have been promoting them before the event if I was filming interviews at the event. It was never supposed to be that. It was always me sharing the word about the Directors Guild and promoting Canadian talent. Anyways, we're both mad at each other now, and I gotta talk to my accountant. My accountant, Elliot, always gives me good pep talks. When I had that little issue before, when the website messaged me and said, well, the actress and the director thought that they didn't like my jokes during an interview, my Elliot said, you just got to stop associating with Canadians. He was like, forget these Canadians, because he always thinks I need to think bigger. And he had some good advice for me too. I was always, I'm like, oh, I lost $10 here, I lost $100 here, and he's like, don't worry about anything unless it's like $1,000 or more. So he helps me to think big. So I'm going to email him and just get a little pep talk from him. Oh yeah, there's this other thing. So I saw a guy, Tony, who I haven't talked to in years. I used to film lots of videos with him. He lives in New York now, and I haven't talked to him for a couple of years, really. He emailed me a couple months ago, and said, do you have a file of this old video we made where it was like a spoof of the Comedian movie trailer? And I thought, that's weird. We did it 10 years ago. And then I just saw that he posted a CBC video on CBC Comedy of him doing pretty much the exact same skit with this other guy. I guess that's okay, we both created the video together, but I saw in the credits of our old video, I saw in the credits of the old file, it says screenplay by Josh Rackless. So I can't really remember now, but I'm pretty sure I wrote that whole script. And then they're sort of taking all the jokes, and I didn't get any credit for the CBC video. So now I'm like, well, that's not really fair. So I'm just getting a little upset with all these people I collaborate with, and then I feel like betrayed. So I need to just start doing my own interviews and build my own empire, and only associate with people who build me up and support me. And then, of course, I can support them and help them. But if people don't appreciate my help or my talent, then, you know what? Not my problem. I'm going to do my own thing, all right? So let's start doing some interviews tomorrow. I don't have an easel yet, but I guess I should bypass that. Or actually, one woman said she was going to visit her parents or something and was going to see if she has a free easel for me tomorrow. So hopefully that comes through. Otherwise, you know what? Some of these people had a $15 easels they were selling on Marketplace. So I could just do that, go buy the little adapter, and get going. Gotta get these things going, but I'm excited. I can finally start doing my live show. So hopefully, let's do it tomorrow, okay? No more screwing around. And you're all with me on this journey, and I appreciate it. Look, you're getting farther away. Come back with me on the journey. Okay, you're coming back. Okay, thank you. Okay, this is just getting weird. I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna take. I haven't even taken my cough medicine yet. Imagine how loopy I'm gonna be in a minute. Hopefully, I'll be asleep.